Welcome back to Living Local. When the time comes to buy a home, there are many critical decisions to consider. One of the most important is the choice between buying a newly built home or an existing property. Today we're getting insider details about the new construction landscape here in the Quad Cities. Joining us in studio is Brad Gibson. He is a realtor with Mel Foster Co. Brad, thanks so much for being here.
You're welcome. I'm excited to be here.
So you've been with Mel Foster Co. for about 23 years now. So
Correct.
What inspired you to get into this line of work?
My father has been a real estate agent my whole life and started in 1960. And as I got to be in my young 30s, I decided it was time for me to do something different, and that's when I got into it.
Fantastic. So long-standing history as a realtor.
Yep.
Now, Brad, today we're focusing on new construction. So how does new construction activity in 2020 compare to previous years?
Quite honestly, it's the same. As far as Bettendorf goes, which is the market I normally work, it's just been fantastic for the entire time I've been in the business. And we have so many companies in the Quad Cities that are bringing people in and out that helps generate the market, and it helps keep us in business.
Well, Brad, that is good news. Now, do you see any changes to activity in the near future? I know with the pandemic, it has a lot of people asking those questions.
I don't see any changes at all, really. Why change something if it isn't broke, I guess? So we still have people buying homes every day. We have people selling homes every day. And we keep building more and more homes. So it's just, we are very lucky to be in the market that we're in.
Yeah, I think that's some really encouraging information. Now, in general, how would you say the current inventory is for homes in the Quad Cities?
Very low. There's a lot of talk out there right now that if you put your house on the market, it's going to sell. It's not quite that easy, but that's kind of what people are talking about. And if you price it right, it should sell.
Fantastic. Now, is the inventory for new construction different at all?
No, we don't have a lot of inventory right now either, because most of the houses we sell or build sell so quick. And I work for a company called Silverthorne Homes, and they're out off of Forest Grove Road, and we have done roughly 30 homes in the last 12 months.
Wow.
And they're all sold.
So, Brad, let's say someone out there is in the market for a new home. Why might they want to consider something that's newly built?
Well, the easiest way to answer that question is to say, if you really are in the market to buy a house, would you ever buy used carpet to put it in your house?
No.
Would you ever buy a used furnace?
No.
Used roof?
Right, right.
So that's really, when I talk to people about building, that's kind of my questions for them is, here's why you'd want to build, is if you want to have something brand new, this is the best way to have it. And you end up with exactly what you want. Fantastic.
Now, what types of new construction are available in our area?
Single family homes, obviously, but we also have some condos and townhomes. Townhomes are usually, it's a little bit different. There's no common areas outside. You own your lot. And it can be a freestanding single-family home or an attached duplex or what have you, but it's not a high-rise condo, so to speak, but we have both of them.
Wow, so there's a lot of different variety for different types of new construction in the Quad Cities. Now, Brad, with more people working from home right now, what changes are you seeing in what people need from a home?
There's a lot more people wanting a home office because they're not going into work as much. And they're looking towards the future, and I don't think that we see ourselves really getting back to any normal anytime soon. So people are wanting that home office, and because we spend so much time there.
Yeah, and if you're building a new home, then you can create that space in the way that you envision it.
True.
You don't need to, try and find a home that maybe has exactly what you're looking for. You can create it for yourself.
True.
And, I think the pandemic truly is changing the landscape of careers and how we do work. And I think a lot of these jobs that people do in person are going to be, kind of transported to at home, so it would be very beneficial to have that home office.
I quite honestly thought it would really affect the real estate market when this whole thing started, but it's done nothing but go up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is certainly, as I said before, encouraging news for folks that have been worried about how the pandemic is impacting those different business sectors.
Yep.
Now, for somebody considering buying a new home construction, how long should they expect the building process? I know a lot of folks think that it's going to be a long, drawn-out process?
To be honest with you, it's generally about 6 months.
Wow.
That's not a long time.
No.
When building a new house, you have to be patient.
Sure.
You can't just think everything's going to run smooth, and there's going to be a hiccup along the way, and you just got to work it out with your builder. But the best thing I can tell people is choose a builder that you trust, find an agent that you trust that understands new construction, and move forward.
Yeah, Brad, and I'm sure that folks out there, if they're intimidated by the process of building a new home, there are so many decisions to make. But you have to keep in mind, if you have a realtor and you have a builder that are professionals, they have a lot of experience, they can help guide and support you through that process.
My wife and I are building another house right now, and I'm not picking out anything. I don't want any part of it.
Right.
But she went yesterday and started picking some things out, and the builder was so impressed at how she knew exactly what she wanted, and it didn't take very long. And obviously, that wasn't the whole house. That was just the outsides. But
yeah, but if you have a clear vision, it does make the process a little bit easier if you know exactly what you're looking for. Now, is new construction taking longer than usual due to COVID-19?
Good question, but no. It's still going to take generally 6 months. That being said, there's a lot of materials that have been delayed because of COVID. We get our cabinets, we were getting them from Pennsylvania, and that was the first state to shut down. So we had a delay on a lot of cabinets for a lot of homes, and the homes were delayed a little bit, but we had to go out and find another supplier, which is in Indiana. That's great. The other thing is some building materials have gone up in price. So we've had some price increases.
Gotcha.
For instance, lumber. Lumber has peaked twice in the last 4 weeks. So we've got to raise prices, but there's nothing we can do about it.
Right. So those are just some factors to consider if you are going to go the newly built construction route during the pandemic, as maybe some increases on those products, those materials, and then perhaps a little bit of delay depending on what supply is out there for those materials.
Correct.
Okay. Now, any other insights into new construction as it relates to the Quad Cities market?
The biggest thing I would say, and I've already said it once, is find a builder you trust, find an agent you trust that understands new construction, and have fun.
Absolutely. Well, Brad, thank you so much for your time today and for all the insight.
You're welcome.
All right, you guys, if you'd like some more information, you can visit melfosterco.com. We'll also have those details posted on ourquadcities.com.